Hello, everyone. I hope you've all been doing well. First off, I want to apologize to those of you that have been patiently waiting for my video uploads. There's been a lot of requests for more frequent uploads, and I also want that as well, but as a one-person team, I can only work so fast. But as I'm getting used to the process, I'm hoping I can get more videos out for you guys. Anyways, Gucci Law upload for a while though because I took a short break for traveling, and the other reason is because I've also been experiencing some stuff around my house. So Gucci Chuatolo Pia ghost stories le. And I don't know if that's due to me telling ghost stories or not, but don't worry guys, I'm picking it back up and I'll try to upload more frequently. I hope you all enjoy these two stories that took place at the same work company.
Good brother，我要孤独哥，而我好累，我给的是你要找这个 company 做多，头目好累的，我领应是讲我给目标车子，每毛之中度的做这老而怎办了么追？我要都揸車行，我都舉咗到路中的一下，我那破大道揸木做嘅被考話要嚟車嘅等的被路 company parking 拉斯哦，嘅我都把的人睇嘅嘅，明嗰住bỏ咯。你還見到是嘅通氣腦啊去中國而車，我啥的被肉我做把空了家呢嘛。這好車路冇到山度用嘅個人去bỏ的啊去養到哩，嘅有啲你自己寫的，我你等冇說嘅誰啊去養到到。有時候引進到車，佢都好多路線去bỏ係冇啊去哩。我聽來時候冇到車，我冇路車 check 那下應去bỏ啊去做路車哩，họ中啊應去bỏ唔落，佢都有一天，嘅我睇的帶我去買住。有天人家到好車嘅找揸車都冇追，因前樣車貼的是嘛，同我嘅公交到嘅古冇好使用嘅掉價走呢啦，嘅因為我揸車應該去到咗後，係為我要執嘅老師嘅，我家估計時候估找不好是少，但是啊，我用揸過嘛，就車貼咗咗呢中為被解咗呢白線啦。cái nào to tiền mua lên cái rổ rồi cá nữa cái cụ thể tiền một bút phụ cho blog hỗ trợ cụ chỉ sao to tiền 我写到就给这定义木木的cá谁不mua去鸟cá công chia nó một đôi số là也得就木的cá mua ít second 到个是点去报卡但是嘛要报kia mua lên từ rổ rồi cá因为不红烧崩我拆贴贴更高的是嘛กูตะกูน่าลงตัวที่เดียกูเดียยุคเขียนนูจันเก่งเดียทงเราเอาเล่นหาอย่างใช่นะเดียกูตัวอยู่กาเลียว่าตัวอยู่ที่หาชีอูกงจะเจนแต่是我家กูเนี่ย brother 就是地母是受着被啊กูนู่นเดีย我家你对เดีย用你摸啊去多那种被啊多我专家说了也冇嘅因着播有啲鸟不红草蹦着被啊，我贴搞过都个人到风节将我照顾面了。
哦，阿爹，
娘，用你耳朵这耳头多年口等着咯。
你头东口兜，
呀，用你摸这就被干哦。
诶，你正揸車的？
啊哈，我正要扩张的，不就不老实。
哇 shit! It just touched my leg. Mom, nu搞古真的。個係點咯
？Mom, 揸車點樣口得高，揸是路真大呢哈。
Sure, 你細細不冇記得的，你冇這個跑腿，這個係個能記錯。
頭個年係你老大嘅。 cụ thể là thiệt cái tờ nó muốn chơi cho yếu chơi sạch cho mỗi đọc trong khí lo lo ya li cũng nhà hay cái cho speaker phone cho cũng nhà hay cho nên lù còn nữa thiệt mù sân đồ rong nó nhỏ mua li tới rồi chỉ là thì tới giờ sẽ lo sân mà li trong cao chế giờ là một chế mà một số chế giờ cũng nhà từ tôi nhớ là rong tỏ rồi cũng nhà cái này chỉ能lo lo tua khử tại địa mà li một chế một số chế giờ một tên hình nó biệt biệt theo cũng nhà giờ cũng tôi cứ mà li biệt hỏi điều tra nó không thấy cụ thôi chế nhớ bị work cái yêu trả chế lì hồ parking lot lo na na tiền nên chế bị hòn đại chế bỏ nha sau đông chế đồ bể tiền sao để cụ bỏ ta chỉ mà cụ chỉ họ trả chế cho anh đại một chỗ chế nợ theo anh thấy chỗ cụ company đại chế因为突破年忙我那有那个啦chế nữ nhân kiện hay chỗ bể thì lúc company đó mà muốnวันchút bự能到行咯mong đầu chỉ là kỳ theo linh mua hiện đầu là ta ở chỗ luật chơi
I worked the night shift at this photo printing company. It's located in a remote area surrounded solely by forests. During work one night, my department became really slow. Instead of sending us home, my boss dispersed my colleagues and I to help out in other departments for the rest of the night. I was sent to work in the photo inspection department. As I was getting myself situated at the station, the 3 Korean workers already there, they were passionately discussing about something in their language. One of the women, her name was Paul, she wrapped her arms around herself, rubbing her hands up and down her sleeves as though she was cold. I worked quietly, but I did sneak some glances here and there, trying to decode what they were talking about. That's when one of the guys named Tu, he noticed me looking over. Tu was the most proficient English speaker of the 3, so he turned to me in an inviting manner. He asked,
Mai, do you believe in ghosts?
I was a bit taken aback by the question, but all 3 of them were looking at me, anticipating my answer. I responded that I somewhat believed in ghosts, but not entirely because I haven't seen one myself before. Tu leaned in closer to me, and in a lowered voice, he said,
This company is haunted.
I thought he was joking, but he looked dead serious. Tu pointed at Paul, the Korean lady that was rubbing her sleeves earlier.
She saw a ghost here last week.
Apparently, sometime the week prior, Paul went out to her car during lunch break to video call her husband and daughter. Mind you, our break is at 2 a.m., and the big company parking lot is poorly lit. Sitting in the car, Paul saw a pair of glowing eyes from the woods, reflecting the glare from one of the very few parking lot lamps. She looked closely and realized it was a deer. The deer started to approach the right side of her car. Through the blind spot mirror, she observed as it walked and disappeared behind her car. She then looked over to the left side mirror, keeping an eye on that side of the vehicle, expecting the deer to appear. Instead of a deer, though, what emerged was a thick mist shaped like a human figure. It floated toward the company entrance and vanished there.
And then she saw another one today.
I looked over at Paul. She pointed to the dimly lit office workspace, way on the other side of the building. Tu started explaining that earlier, Paul went to the office workers area to drop off some paperwork at the HR department. Half of the lights were turned off when Paul entered the office area. No office workers were present because they had gone home hours earlier, before we even started our shift. She walked past aisles and aisles of empty cubicles. She made it to the corner of the building where the HR drop box was, and she slipped her papers in. On her way back, she caught a glimpse of someone sitting in one of the cubicles. But remembering that there shouldn't be anyone left in the office, Paul stopped and took a few steps back, peeking into the cubicle. But there was no one. Despite all these things that Tu was telling me and Paul's seemingly genuine fear, I remained skeptical of the stories. It just sounded all too fake to me. A few days later at work, we were split up to help out other departments again. This time, I was sent to the framing department. One of my work friends named Paku worked there, so I was actually looking forward to it. A quarter way through the shift, I needed to use the bathroom.
Paku, lu nearest bathroom yang na?
Kamu down lu hallway Nodro Bay toward the office area. Ye lu bathroom yang on the right. Kamu just kwa.
就是啊。
Okay.
Upon entering the bathroom, I activated the motion-censored lights to come on. I scanned all 5 of the stalls and chose the biggest one on the far end. Once I sat down on the toilet, my stomach started acting funny, so I ended up needing to do more than just joji. I didn't have my phone with me, so to keep myself entertained, I observed the tiling pattern on the ground. The motion-censored lights turned off. Sitting in the darkness, I started waving my arms in the air, but the lights refused to turn back on. From 2 to 3 stalls away, I hear. I like to think that I'm a tough girl, but when that happened, I jumped up from my toilet seat and let out a scream. To my knowledge, I was the only one in the bathroom. I remember seeing absolutely no one when I scanned the stalls earlier. Regardless, jumping up from the toilet seat triggered the lights to turn back on. The footsteps were coming from the same area as that flush. I peeked through the crack of my bathroom stall, but I didn't see anyone out there. I took the risk and ran out of that stall. I didn't look anywhere, I just focused on running straight to the door so I could get out of there. I practically jogged my whole way back to the workstation.
Paku, you wouldn't believe it. I experienced the scariest thing ever.
I told Paku all about the whole thing, and she responded,
You know, that's why I asked if you were doing number 1 or number 2. Being bold not to use that bathroom alone. We walked to the other bathroom on the other side of the building.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, I thought it would be fine since got that but before ne boy mong malian before ne queen at jam no ne jen bo zong chai chao gone. Ne shi lu xin bathroom da and ne boy ne bo long zong zo mo de lu xin ting zo da. Everyone thinks it's that mega lady in finance that passed away last year. I walk around with company no. HR doesn't like us talking about it though.
I still work here, but I refuse to use that same bathroom.